Hi, everyone. My name is Marie, and today I want to talk to you from the heart. Yes, this episode is personal, because I know how it feels to be afraid of speaking English, to feel nervous, to feel small, to think, what if I say something wrong? What if they laugh at me? What if I sound stupid? I used to feel like that. A lot. Actually, every single time I spoke English. I remember the first time I tried to say something in class. I was shaking. My voice was low. My heart was fast. I said something simple, just one sentence. And I made a mistake. The teacher smiled. She corrected me. It was okay. But inside, I felt embarrassed. I felt like I failed. I wanted to hide. Why? Because I thought mistakes were bad. Because I thought people would judge me. Because I wanted to be perfect. But I wasn't perfect. And I'm still not perfect. But guess what? That's okay. You don't have to be perfect to speak English. You just have to be brave. When I started learning, I thought, I will speak only when I speak perfect English. But that day never came. Because I was always waiting. Always afraid. I learned one big thing later. The only way to get better is to speak. Even if you make mistakes. Even if you forget words. Even if your grammar is not perfect. Imagine a child. A small child learning to speak. Do they speak perfectly? No. Do they make mistakes? Yes. Do they care? No. They smile. They try again. They learn. So, why do we as adults feel so much fear? Let me ask you. Have you ever stayed silent in a class because you were afraid of saying the wrong word? Have you ever wanted to answer but your lips didn't move? Have you ever practiced a sentence in your head 100 times and then still said nothing? If yes, you're not alone. I've done that too, many times. And it's okay. It means you care. It means you want to do well. But it also means you need to be kinder to yourself about fear. That little voice inside your head. You know the one. It says, don't say that. You'll sound stupid. They will laugh at you. You are not ready. That voice is loud, right? Sometimes it's louder than your real voice. It stops you from speaking. It makes you freeze. It makes you feel small. But where does this fear come from? For many of us, this fear started in school. Maybe a teacher corrected you in a hard way. Maybe someone laughed. Maybe they told you, you're bad at English. Or worse, your accent is wrong. Your grammar is terrible. You will never speak fluently. Those words, they hurt. And they stay in your mind, like little scars. So the next time you want to speak, your brain remembers that pain. It wants to protect you. It says, don't try. Stay quiet, be safe. But staying quiet is not safe. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you afraid. It keeps you small. I want you to imagine something. Imagine you're holding a beautiful gift. It's your story, your voice, your thoughts, your opinions. Now imagine that you never open that gift. Never share it. Just because you're scared of making a mistake. That would be sad, right? Because the truth is, you have something to say. Even if your English isn't perfect. Even if your accent is strong. Even if you forget words. Your voice matters. And remember, even native speakers make mistakes. They forget words. They pause. They say and They correct themselves. Mistakes are part of speaking. They are normal. They are human. But fear is a wall. And it's time to break that wall. Let me tell you something important. Something I wish someone told me earlier. Making mistakes is not failure. Let me say that again. Mistakes are not failure. In fact, mistakes are proof that you are trying, that you are moving, that you are learning. When you stay silent, nothing happens. But when you speak and make a mistake, you grow. You learn. You take one more step. I remember once, I was in a coffee shop. I wanted to order a drink in English. I was nervous. My hands were cold. I practiced the sentence in my head. I'd like an iced coffee, please. But when it was my turn, I said, I like iced coffee, thank you. The person smiled. She understood. She gave me my drink. And that was it. No one laughed. No one corrected me. No one said, your grammar is wrong. I made a small mistake. And the world did not end. I got my coffee. I spoke English. And I was proud. That small mistake taught me something big. People care more about connection than perfection. They want to understand you, not judge you. They want to listen, not test you. So don't wait for perfect English. Speak with the English you have today. It's enough. You are enough. Also, think about how you treat people who speak your language. If someone speaks to you in Arabic, for example, and they make a mistake, what do? You smile. You help. You feel proud of them because they are trying, because they are learning. So remember, most people will treat you the same, with kindness, with respect. And if someone laughs at your mistakes, let them go. They are not your people. You don't need them. Because here's the truth. Every mistake is a step forward, not a step back. You fall. You stand up. You try again. And you grow stronger, just like a baby learning to walk. So next time you make a mistake, smile, say, it's okay, and keep going. You're learning, you're growing, you're doing great. Let's be honest. Most people don't want to win a grammar contest. They just want to speak, to connect, to understand and be understood. And the good news is, you don't need perfect English for that. You need clear English, simple English, real English. Let me tell you a secret. Some of the best conversations I've had were with people who had very basic English. They didn't use big words. They didn't know all the grammar rules, but they spoke with heart, with confidence, with courage. And that was enough. I once met a woman from Thailand. She spoke very slowly. Her grammar was not perfect, but the way she talked was full of life. She told me about her family, her job, her dreams, and I listened. Not once did I think, oh, her English is bad. No. I thought, she's brave. She's open. She's beautiful. Because real communication is about connection, not perfection. So please, don't wait until your English is perfect to start speaking. Because guess what? Perfect English doesn't exist. Even native speakers say things like, they make grammar mistakes too. What matters is the message, what you want to say, and how you make people feel. Do you know what people remember? They remember your smile, your kindness, your energy, your story, not your grammar mistakes, not your accent, not the little things you worry about. So speak with the English you have today, and speak with love. That's all you need. I want to say something very clearly today. Your accent is not a problem. Your accent is not something you need to fix. Your accent is a part of your identity. It's a part of your story. And it's beautiful. When I first started learning English, I used to hate my accent. I wanted to sound like an American or like a British person because I thought that was real English. I would listen to native speakers and think, wow, they sound so good. Then I'd listen to myself and think, ugh, I sound so different. And that different made me feel bad. It made me feel like I didn't belong. But I was wrong. Because English is not the language of just Americans or British people. English is spoken by millions of people from every country in the world. From India, from Nigeria, from Morocco, from Brazil, from Japan. And guess what? They all speak English with their own beautiful accents. That's not a weakness. That's power. That's diversity. That's real life. Your accent tells people where you come from. It tells them you speak more than one language. It tells them you are strong. Because learning a language is not easy. And most importantly, your accent means you are trying to connect, trying to express yourself, trying to grow. And that is beautiful. I remember once I was talking to a girl from Colombia. She had a strong accent. Some people would say it's hard to understand her, but I didn't care because I could feel her passion, her excitement, her love for learning. Her words came from the heart, and that's what touched me. So, my friend, if you listened this far, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your heart. And thank you for not giving up. I know that learning English is not easy. I know you've felt tired. I know you've been scared. I know sometimes you wanted to quit, but you didn't. You're here. And that means something. That means you are growing, you are brave. You are doing more than you think. Before we finish, I want you to remember this. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need a fancy accent. You don't need to know every word. You just need to keep going, step by step, word by word, day by day. You are already on the way. And I am here with you every step. If this podcast made you feel better, if it gave you a little more courage, if it helped you understand something new, then please subscribe to the channel. Because this summer, I will be sharing more podcasts and stories to help you learn English in a fun, deep, and human way. Not like a textbook, but like real life. So if you truly want to improve your English, join us. Click subscribe. And let's grow together. You are not alone anymore. And I'm so proud of you. See you in the next episode.